Hi guys, welcome back to another video, and today we are going to be talking about date table, how to create date table. So I don't know if you guys know, but we have two different methods of creating date table, especially here on Power BI. We have the Power Query method, and we also have creating date table using the DAX method. So if you've been here quite a while, you would see that I have taught us how to create the date table using the Power Query method. And today I want to teach us using the DAX method. Okay, so you might ask, why is date table really important? You see, it helps us analyze our trends over time, helps with the time intelligence function. It also helps us have consistent date calculation and helps us with advanced filtering and slicing. And if this is the first time you are hearing this voice or coming on this page, do well to hit the subscribe button, like, comment, tell me what you would love to see next. This is a way to, support me and just make me want to do more of these videos. All right, so let's go over and create this simple 3 minutes date table. I'm just going to create a new page here, and remember, do not go to new measure. Okay, new measure is not going to give you what you want. You have to come to the modeling tab here and go to what? New table. So this new table just opens up this pane for us right here. And the next thing we want to do now is to start writing in our DAX measures. Okay. So the first thing is, what are we creating? Date table, of course. So we put that and equals to, so you're going to hit shift and enter in order for you to go down. So shift and enter. The next thing is the add column. So if you don't know what something means or a function means here in Power BI, they've given you this little arrow here where you can hit on it and it's going to like show what it does. So here it returns a table with new columns specified by the DAX expressions. As you know, we're going to have different columns stating the year, the month, and all of that. So add column is our best bet. So we're going to do that, and then we're going to come down. So now we want to have our calendar. So you can see the calendar returns a name and whatnot for start date and end date. So depending on what is in the data set we're using, we want to know the start date from the data set and the end date in the data set, right? So we're going to put those dates here, and that is what we're going to work in. So it depends on what your data set is, or whatever is in your data set. So let's just put calendar, and for our start date we're going to use the date function here. So this is the date function. We're going to use that, and we're just going to say the year 2025, the month is 1 and the day is 1. So this is 1st of January. Cover this, use our comma, and we want to get the end date now. So we're also going to use the date function, and we're going to get the year 2026, the month is 12, and the day is 31st. So let's just do 1st of January to 12th of December, 31st of December rather. So for like 2 complete years. Okay, so now we're just going to cover these brackets with a comma and hit what? Enter. So now what is the column we want to get first? Is what? Year. So let us get year. This is the name of our first column. So we have a function in Power BI called what? Year, returns the year of the date. So we're just going to hit enter, and now we're going to what? Take the date which we have created. So you can see the dates down here already. Okay, so we're going to use the date and cover this and use our comma. And this date is this particular thing here that we have created. So this date knows that it's going to start from 2025 to 2026, 31st of December. Okay, so the next thing we want to do, it gets easier from here, honestly. So we want to just see our month number, right? So the same thing we're going to do here, month number. And what is our month number? We're just going to use the month function, which is in Power BI, you can see here, returns the number from 1 to 12, representing the month. So you can see this is really easy, and we're going to get our dates. Cover the bracket, your comma, and shift and enter to the next line. So the next thing we want to see is our month name, right? So month number is going to come in as 1, 2, 3, 4, and all of that. Our month name is going to come in as January, February, March, and all of that. So month name, our comma. So the next thing we want to do now is we want to actually format it, okay? So we're going to use the format function. And what value are we formatting? We're formatting our dates. So what are we formatting this as? We are formatting this as MMM. So this MMM means it's going to come in an abbreviated form. So rather than having January written in full, you're just going to have Jan. Rather than February written in full, you're going to have Feb. I personally like this method because I noticed that like when I plot on my Power BI, like there is enough space for everybody to see like the day and whatnot. It doesn't take a lot of space. So personally, I like the abbreviated method. So I'm going to cover this and a comma. So we're going down. The next thing we want to see is we want to see the quarter. Now we're going to cover this and equals to. So the basic reason why we're getting this quarter, we can get the quarter of the dates. Let's do quarter number first, right? Before we do quarter name itself. So quarter number. So just like we have in month number here, we're also going to do the same thing. We have a function called quarter here. We're going to use this function and just do what? Impute the dates. And voila, that is it. You use the comma. And the next thing we want to get is what? Quarter number. So for that, I'm just going to come copy what we have here because this is almost the same thing for our quarter name. Okay, so I'm just going to come here and change this to name. And for quarter name, what we want to see is because quarter number is going to give us just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and all of that. So quarter name is what would help us see this thing as Q1, Q2, Q3, rather than just 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we're going to see it as Q1 just to enhance readability for your stakeholders. Okay, so we're just going to use this and put the Q, cover it, and just use this. Okay, so now we have this will be coming out as Q1, Q2, Q3 to just enhance readability. So we're going to use the comma and go to the next line. So we're done with quarter and month. The next thing we want to see is week. So we're going to come here as well and do it the way we have always done. And for week, we're going to be using the function what? Week number. So that's it, week number. It returns the week number in a year. Now, this is very important because there is week num and what? There is weekday. Okay, so week number in a year. So let's hit that and we're going to use what? Our dates. So this is basically all you'll be using. Can you see how easy this is? Then the next thing we want to do is we want to get the what? Week name. And we're going to do the exact thing we did for the quarter name. Okay, so we're also going to come here and format. But right now we're not using the Q because this is not quarter. So we're just going to use the we're going to use WK to denote week, and we're going to remove this quarter here and put what? Week num, because that is the function. All right, so we're done with week name. So we're going to use our comma and come in here. So the next thing we want to see is week of the month, week of the month number, week of the month name. So the next thing here is day. So I'm just going to come here and put day. And usually we will also have our function, our day function here in Power BI. And the day obviously returns a number from, 31. So this stands as day number actually, okay? So we're going to hit enter and use our dates as we have always done. Cover this and use your comma. So come down here, then get the day of the week, okay? So for day of the week, what we are going to do is weekday. Do not forget that this particular day here gets the day of the month. So it counts from 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way to 30 or 31st, depending on the month. But the day of the week counts the number of days in a week. So this day of the week will always be from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then it starts again from 1 to 7. Okay, so do not mistake that. So for day of the week, we're going to use what? The weekday. You can see this returns a number from 1 to 7, identifying the day. So you hit enter, and then we're going to go with our dates. Cover this. And the last thing we're going to work with or work on is what? The day name. And just like our month name, we're going to do what? Let's come here and get our month. Now we're going to copy this and just bring it down here because it is almost the same thing. The only difference now is rather than put the MMM to signify the month, we're just going to put what? The DDD. So just like the month, if you want your day to come out in full as in Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, you use 4 Ds, okay? But if you want it abbreviated or shortened and it comes out as Mon, Tu, Wend, and all of that, you use the 3 Ds. And reference in data, this is your date table. Very easy. You would actually do this in what? 3 minutes. So let's just come here and get the final bracket for this add column to make sure everything is closed properly. Okay, so let's hit enter. And voila, we can see our date table. But hold up, this is not where it ends. We have to go do something in our table column, okay? We have to go do some things to actually verify this as a table, okay? So hold up, we're not done. We have to go do some things in our table view, to make this a table verified by Power BI. So if you're still watching up to this point, you're definitely gaining value. Do not hesitate to hit the subscribe button, like the video, share it to your friends, who would want to know how to create a date table using the DAX measures. Okay, so let's go to the table view in order to finish up what we're doing. As you can see, this is every single thing we created. Can you see? Now look at the difference between the day and the day of the week, as I told you. Can you see the day has 1, 2, 3 up until 31, but the day of the week has what? Is 1 to 7, 1 to 7. And look at what we did with the quarter name, what we did with the week name, and all of that. So the next thing we want to do now is that we are going to have to mark this table, sort the table by column, okay? So now we want to sort the table by column, okay? So guys, we are now here in our column tools. You have to come to the table view, then when you come to the table view, you hit a particular column for these column tools to come out. So once these column tools come out, you have to sort our columns, okay? So that everything is well put together. So now we're going to sort, first of all, is to sort our month name by our month number. So all you have to do is come to month name, right? Then go to sort column and hit what? Month number. Okay, so it works on it and it sorts with that. Then the same thing, come to quarter name, come to sort by column and hit what? Quarter number. And it does that. The next thing, come to week name, go to sort by column and do what? Week number. And the last one is what? Go to your day name, come by sort column and do what? Day of the week. Do not forget it is day of the week and not the day. And the reason why it's the day of the week is because we have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, which is 7. And we have the day of the week as 7. So we have to sort with the day of the week. And then we are almost done with this. As we can see, we have sorted by our columns. The next thing is to do what? We're going to come here to the table tools. We're going to come here to mark this table as what? As a date table. So come to this mark table. You can see mark as a date table. Turn this on. Then we're going to choose what? The dates. And you can see it has been validated successfully. Because if there is something wrong with what we have created, the model is not going to validate it. So now that it's been successfully validated, we will save this. And this has become our date table. So depending on what data set you're working with, do not forget you don't end it here. You have to go to your model view and go, put your data set with whatever put your table, create a relationship. You have to go to your model view to create a relationship with whatever thing it is you're working on, whatever data set it is you're working on. I really do not have anything I'm working on here right now. I just did this for the date table. But say I have this and I want to work on something. I might probably come to here that has a date. Okay, last purchase date, details has a date. I could easily just come here and take this and create a relationship with this particular one, right? It's going to be one-to-one. Normally your table should be what? One to many or many to one. So, but I don't need this, so I'm just going to cancel it. So anyways, why I'm showing you this thing is after creating your date table, it doesn't end there. You need to create the proper relationship, because that is only the way by which what we have created, by which you're going to actualize the main reason for creating this table. Guys, that is really all about creating a date table. As you can see, this is what our date table looks like. This is everything we have. We can come here to the table view to see it properly. And this is how to create a good date table for your visualization. I hope you all enjoyed creating a date table using DAX measure. In case you don't know, I have also a video where I created a table using Power Query. It's going to be showing on your screen right now. So if you want to learn the second type of the second way you can create a table, you can easily hit that video and see it. And also in the latest Power BI update, now you can even create a date table in Power BI without the need to write the code. So Power BI is really making things more easy for data analysts and whoever it is that uses the software. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Do not forget to hit the subscribe button, like, comment, share, and just anybody that is interested in learning how to create a date table, please share it to them.